The thing that was so nice for me about writing this new Bridget book was that, as with the first Bridget book, nobody was the slightest bit interested because I hadn't told anybody that I was writing it. And the fact that I was writing just in my usual armchair with my laptop without wondering what anyone else would think about it freed me up to say what I wanted to say and be honest about things I thought were funny that I was seeing around and tell the story that I wanted to tell. Well, Bridget is now a mother, and parenthood for Bridget now becomes another thing she thinks she's supposed to be really good at and actually thinks she's really crap at. And so she reads a lot of parenting self-help books, such as 1, 2, 3, Calmer, Happier Parenting, and French Children Don't Throw Food. All that happens with the French book is she keeps saying "attends" to the children, and then they ignore her. And with 1, 2, 3, Calmer, Happier Parenting, it's that thing of going, come to the table, come to the table. 1, 2, and then she doesn't know what she's going to say when she gets to 3. But I think the essential thing with Bridget and her children is it is a terrible muddle. She does forget them sometimes and leave them on the pavement. She does sometimes worry that they'll be taken into care by the social services. But essentially, she loves them. And so the sweetest moments are when, you know, she has had Botox and it's gone wrong and she's talking about that and they're saying, "Mummy, why is your face all funny?" And she has just also set the spaghetti on fire. But then they end up toasting marshmallows on the fire and they all cuddle and they love each other. And that's the thing. I love Daniel as a character. And I also think, well, I also love Hugh as a character. And I think Hugh contributed a huge amount to the funny lines in the movies. For example, the line in the movie where he's seducing Bridget and she's wearing the big pants. And he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'm wearing something rather similar myself." "Oh, Mummy." That came from him. So I really wanted to keep him present, and he's godfather to Bridget's children. He's not the ideal godfather. There's one time when Billy and Mabel stay the night with Daniel, and then Bridget picks Mabel up from school and her hair is in a complex chignon, and she thinks that Daniel has got John Frieda in to do her hair, whereas in fact Mabel says, "Daniel brushed my hair with a fork," because he didn't have a hairbrush. So he's a little patchy and babysitting goes a little bit wild. But basically, the thing about Daniel is I think people do stay in people's lives and old boyfriends do become friends, and you know, he's still Daniel, he's still "what colour are your panties?" and still, you know, having a crack at seduction whenever it presents itself. But he's still in her life and they accept each other as they are. Bridget is constantly resolving to change. But I don't think anyone ever really changes, do they? I think she's still got the same sense of wild optimism followed by despair. So one minute she thinks, "Oh, I'm marvellous, I'm sex goddess," and then next minute she sees a poster for an over-50s trip to Hastings, and then she starts to think she's an old lady with a shopping bag and a tight perm. So she goes from one extreme to the other. But the thing is, she's always got her friends. That's the thing. And she's always got her friends to make her laugh about stuff. And she has a motto, KBO, which is keep buggering on. I wrote this book from the inside out. That is what happened. Mark died. No one gets to Bridget's age without suffering some sort of loss. Life doesn't turn out like you expect. And the thing about Bridget is the comedy has always come from something real. And I didn't want this book to be a weak copy of the other books. The thing about Bridget is her motto is KBO, keep buggering on. Tough things happen in life, and she gets through, she survives, she has her friends, she deals with it, and she comes through the other side, and she's still finding things funny, and it hurts, but she's still laughing, and that was something important that I wanted to say.